going to be doing a book review on August Moon by Tammy Morea. I just finished this at 1:30 in the morning. It was so good. So I'm going to give you a very brief synopsis of it. And I was told by Tammy herself not to give any spoilers out, so that's what is in the cards. So let's get started. First of all, the book takes place in Brooklyn, New York, and the main character in this book is Raven. She's described as a tall, thin, black hair beauty that let me say, I love the name. I always say if I have a daughter, I'm gonna name her Raven. So props to that, Tammy. And she gets the news from her parents that they have to move to Long Island Beach, and I guess for her father's business. Now, Raven is just about to start her senior year in high school back in Brooklyn, and she doesn't want to leave. She doesn't want to leave her friends. She doesn't want to start a new school at the last year of her high school. So she's a little bummed out. She's not happy, and when she gets to Atlantic Beach, to her new house, they're unpacking, and her cousin lives there, Josephine, and she's very happy. At least she has one person in her life that she knows over in Atlantic Beach, and she's worried, I'm not going to make any friends. So Joe takes her to the beach where everybody hangs out, and as you can tell by the cover, 95% of this book takes place on the beach, which makes it the absolute perfect beach summer read. And she says, I don't want to go to the beach. I don't go in the water because I'm petrified of it. I'm not going to make any friends. I'm starting my last year of high school in a brand new place. She's very not happy. And she does come from a very large Italian family. Just like me, half my family is full Italian, so I can understand the large family that she has. So Josephine introduces her to a couple of her friends that hang out on the beach, and some of the friends are lifeguards. They work as lifeguards on the beach. Now, she meets a very handsome and very good-looking Quinn O'Shea. He is the second main character in this book, and he is definitely a male protagonist. He is, oh my god, so gorgeously described as this tall, white, built guy with blonde, wavy hair, the typical surfer guy that you see in movies and magazines. Now, he is known as a notorious bad boy around town. Him and his family doesn't have the best reputation because of his brothers. His brothers, let's just say without giving a spoiler, gets into a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. This is not a spoiler, and if Tammy it is, I'm sorry. But one of his brothers is actually in prison for doing something very, very bad. And Joe tells Raven, you don't want to get mixed up with him because, first of all, your dad's not going to want, because his dad's very protective of his girl. She has 3 other sisters, including her. So her dad is very protective, especially of Raven being the oldest. Now, she says, all of a sudden she is memorized and captivated by Quinn. Sounds familiar, right? The girl all of a sudden falls in love and falls for the main guy in the book. Well, that happens. And it turns into her going from not knowing anybody in this town to making a lot of friends and basically forming a romance with this Quinn O'Shea. I'm sorry, but I just have to say his full name because it's Quinn O'Shea. So pretty. And going towards the middle of the book, they fall madly for each other. I mean, like, they go from not knowing each other to all of a sudden they can't live without each other. They can't go a day without seeing each other. And the romance in this book, the words that Quinn says will absolutely melt your heart. That's what I'm saying. It is absolute best romance book. But getting back to what the book is about, she learns more about Quinn's family, and I would definitely say this book is a modern Romeo and Juliet because she comes from a very well-known family with money, but she's full Italian, he's Irish, and he doesn't have that much money as Raven does. So I would say that little piece is kind of like a modern Romeo and Juliet. They're not supposed to be together. They're star-crossed lovers who everyone thinks are not going to work out because Raven's complete opposite of the kind of girl Quinn would go for. Now, they said they fall in love with each other, and there's another character in this book, Sal, who is his parents are very good friend with Raven's parents, and as if Raven's dad's eyes, is the perfect guy that Raven should be with. She should not be with Quinn, she should be with Sal. Now, she doesn't want anything to do with Sal because he is causing a lot of problems between her and Quinn. And you start off in the book actually really hating him. He absolutely drove me insane throughout this entire book. I couldn't stand him. Said, you do not get in between me and my couple that I love so much. And he causes a lot of problems. Quinn gets very protective and jealous over him when he is around Raven. And you go towards the ending of the book, something really, really bad happens between one of Quinn's brothers. Quinn's brother, I'm not going to even say their names, that would give out spoilers, but he is notorious for going out getting drunk out of his mind and coming back stumbling in the house and sleeping the night off and going out the next morning and doing it all over again. Now, this is where Quinn's family get the bad reputation because one of his brothers is in prison, one of his brothers is a drunken bastard basically, and his younger brother thankfully is still following in the good footsteps and not like the older brothers. Gets into a lot of trouble with, let's just say, the mob. Yeah, our love story turns into a mob mystery suspense book, which I did not see coming at all. And Quinn has to do something. I would say the last 4 chapters in the book were like, literally, it felt like someone was going into my chest, getting my heart, and like crushing it. It was so heart-wrenching. Sal kept telling Quinn that Raven is not good for him, and you need to break up with her, and maybe she needs to be with a real guy like me. Now, those words are coming back to Quinn because he has to do something to Raven to protect her. I'm not going to go into any more of that because that's the part that yeah, I don't know what else to say without giving a spoiler. Tammy's going to kill me. Yeah, he has to do something to Raven, and he has a best friend, Mary Kate, MK, that helps him. So there are just a lot of characters in this book. I absolutely loved Quinn's mother, and oh my god, she's such a sweetheart. And I loved Raven's parents. I liked her mother, but her father kind of annoyed me a little bit. You know, he always was very tough. He never really had, he never let his guard down, so he kind of annoyed me a little bit. Sorry, Tammy, it's true. And I loved Raven's little sister. Oh my god, they're so cute. So I don't know what else to say without giving any spoilers out. I'm sorry, but it's such a good book. Oh my god, I would have to say I'm holding it like this. Thank you, Tammy, for sending me this review copy. When I messaged, I would have to just say this right now, when I messaged her on Facebook, I did not expect to get a book, and she is, I would have to say Tammy is such a genuine person. She's such a sweetheart, and she signed my book. Sorry. Oh, I love it. And I just have to say, I need a Quinn O'Shea that's in this book in my life, like now. He's just so freaking cute, freaking sweet. And yeah, oh, it's so hard not to give out spoilers. I wanted to do a spoiler section, but Tammy won't let me. Yeah, there's a part in this book where Quinn gets into a lot of trouble, like wants to say the mob finds him, and there's a couple pages where he's like looking over his shoulder, making sure they're not following him, and he has to lie to everybody about what's going on. The only person he tells is Mary Kate, which that whole section of him asking her for help. Okay. I'm gonna shut up before I actually blurt out something in a spoiler that I have to do this whole video over again. So you need to pick up, it comes out fall 2014, so this year, and then there's a second book. I don't know the name of the second book, but there is a snippet, little piece of the second book in this one, so that's good because the book kind of leaves off on a cliffhanger, major cliffhanger, and you don't know what happens. So Tammy, I loved your book. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna shut up.